Hey guys!
Hi, I'm Monica.
And I'm Rami, and we're Original Intent.
We help Christians get emotionally and relationally healthy so that they can thrive in what God has called them to.
What she said. And, yeah, and we do it in our fun, like, awkward, just us kind of way. And we intend to be very, genuine and transparent with our process, and then give you some actionable nuggets. You know, our goal is to actually give you stuff that you could do today, right now, to be able to thrive in what God's called you to do. So, really excited. This all comes from our Eden Intensive, which I'm going to put the link below after we post this video. So be sure to click that and check it out. The prices and the description are all in there, so you'll be able to see it. But today we're going to talk about
how to receive the season you're in.
Yeah. So this is something that I think as consumers, as you know, I don't know if, you know, people have different opinions about this, but, you know, whether it's busier now than it ever was before, or whether there's more distractions or not more distractions. But I wonder, you know, if, like, back then, you know, the distractions were the cast iron pot that so-and-so has, and the letter that I got. You know, it's like we think that maybe our life is more confusing, but I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Definitely,
we have more access.
We have more access to information, and but what happens to everyone is that we get caught up.
We see where we want to be. We see where we want to go, especially visionaries. We're both visionaries, major visionaries. And so you're doing you have goals, or you have dreams, or you have desires, or even just stepping back, like, and maybe you're a Christian and you're single and you're like, I want to get to marriage, or maybe like you could be like anticipating, like, when you actually get your career coming out of college, or just all of that kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to be just like your dreams and your goal. Well, I guess those are dreams and goals, but it doesn't have to be like grandiose.
Yeah, I know for me, when it came to marriage, you know, I desperately wanted to find my wife, and it took me 31 years, and
he came out of the womb ready.
Yeah. I know that it took way longer than I thought it would, and I probably needed it, but you know, I think maybe along the way I prolonged that process because I wasn't just present and just appreciative.
There's discontentment. There's like even fighting, trying to get out of that. You're like, okay, what, like, I know what I want, so you're like doing everything that you can to make it happen now.
Yeah.
And sometimes there is a process.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Can anybody relate with that? What is your thing right now that you're like, I want this to work and I want it now, or like the thing that seems like it's taking forever that you're contending for, and that's in a way kind of distracting you from being present and able to just enjoy the process of getting there.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly. And so what are those things? And that's the crazy thing is, how do we do that?
Yeah. So you can tell me your thoughts, but whenever I think of like how we can be whenever we see what we want and we're not in that season yet, it feels like, what's that verse where he's like, you're kicking against the goads, kind of thing, like you're trying and it's not working out. It's like
you're just like striving and looking and trying and it's like you can't get that promotion, you can't get that, you know, that girlfriend, or that or the community that you want. I'm thinking about even us, you know, we just moved and we just long for community. but it takes time, and we have to
build.
surrender it. And I'm waiting. I was diagnosed with cancer. I got some of it removed, but I am waiting for further diagnosis, and that's crazy. You know, we've got to be like in the moment.
It can be unexpected, not what you think, where you think you should be, not where society tells you should be, and it could be marriage, it could be cancer, it could be your living situation, it could be your job, anything.
So really. How like let's say practically, how do you be present so that you can actually accomplish what God's called you to do?
Well,
in the present, in the moment.
One thing, I think this is huge for Christians too. I think we can recognize our discontentment, and then we try to shove it all away because we're like, I need to be present, I need to be content. And the first thing I think to do is actually grieve the loss what receive comfort there.
Yeah,
and allow yourself to feel the pain.
That's exactly what Michael's talking about when he says feeling sad. You know, there's that grieving and loss, and it's such a process, and we can't skip over the process, guys. We can't go backwards, we can't go forwards. We've got to be in the now. So there's kind of a surrender of the grieving that there's actually a process to getting there, and we can't have it now. You know, I think
even just the grief that it, like, we don't have it, just that frustration, like that it's okay to feel that frustration, and that there's no shame from God toward you for feeling that longing.
What are some other things that can really help you become present? Like I said, so the grief, and then comfort is huge. Comfort,
learning to comfort yourself.
So what would that look like? You're wanting to be in that perfect relationship. You're wanting that promotion. You're wanting to have a child. You're needing to find out results on cancer. Well, and
as you grieve, your response isn't just spiraling into the pain and the grief. It's actually like, wow, that's valid and that matters, and this really hurts. And this really hurts. Like, what? And
you need someone there for you.
What feels comforting to you?
You need someone to talk to. Sometimes you can even talk to yourself and comfort yourself. But here's also something. Even just being aware that you are spiraling, that you aren't feeling huge. Okay. Just even like accepting that's called surrender. And that is a huge process, because like sometimes we suffer and we know that we're suffering, but we never come to that place of like,
well, we think we can fix it now.
Yeah, but we never come to that place where we're like, this sucks, this is hard, I hate this, Lord, like I am wanting this, I don't know when this is going to happen, I feel like this is something for me, Lord, I give it up. Man, and that is such a relieving thing. I'm telling you guys, surrender is so relieving.
It is. Yeah, and just to give
it's a David prayer.
A glimpse of how we've done this in our life. And the last year, we unexpectedly moved to Idaho from Florida. And I think we both did, but I definitely went through a grieving process because, like, I love tropical weather. And that might sound like, even in our Christian minds, we might be like, well, that's fleshly, you know, that, like, but like,
we have desires and dreams. It's legit.
That's a dream. And I would say that your dreams are potentially the most fragile and precious parts of you.
It's because it's vulnerable.
It's connected to your childhood. It's connected to the childlikeness inside of you. And so, like, whenever those longings and those dreams feel delayed or feel like they're not going to happen, like, that actually really matters.
I want to ask you guys, write some of your dreams down there that you feel like are being delayed. Just like put them out there. Like, maybe this could be a process of surrender, is like typing them in the messages below. Like, type them down, guys.
Yeah, and I found myself, like, when we first got here, I was like, okay, how can we get back? And I was doing everything I could.
Somersaults.
Yeah, like, figure out, and it just wasn't working. And it was causing stress in my life. And I wasn't having peace, and I had to recognize that. And I actually realized, like, okay, well, that was actually traumatic to have a sudden move from one place to another. And I began just like validating and loving on myself and allowing myself to grieve the pain and acknowledge that that was real. And then second was that as time went on, as I surrendered, and like it took me a little bit to actually like let go of the loss of what felt like a dream. And the thing is that it doesn't have to be a complete loss. It's like getting to that place of saying, like, I trust that it's still the Father's heart for me. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to make it happen myself. I don't have to make it happen now. Yeah. But whenever we actually started finding out, and even when we found out that Rami was dealing with cancer, like, I was still in process of, like, you know, grieving, missing Florida. And ultimately, like, just recently, I was spending time with the Lord and just felt like him just prompt my heart, like, why are you trying so hard to get out of the provision that I have for you now, the safety that I have for you now, the security that I have for you now? And the fact is, like, that we are with Rami's family in Idaho unexpectedly. We didn't expect him to have to go through cancer treatments or anything like that. And so it's actually such a gift and such a place of safety for Rami in this time.
Yeah, so God knew ahead of time. But we teach this and a lot more when it comes to going through pain and healing relationships in our Eden Intensive. If you are interested in that, we're actually going to place a link below. But I'd also ask that you would personal message us. We would love to connect with you about that. We are passionate about it because we've walked through crazy journeys ourselves, and we see that the church needs this very practical tools to be able to navigate pain. Yeah, and a lot of people don't have it. Like, even pastors don't have it. But that's okay. Not everyone needs to have that. But we felt the Lord call us to this process of mentoring people through their pain and through their loss.
And sometimes, like, you know, we can be so goal oriented, and some of you may need to do goals and stuff, but some of you may, like, you know what you want, and you know where you want to be, and you know what you desire, and like, one of the most powerful things for you will be just to grieve, to validate, to comfort, and then also to just learn how to get present, and really taking in just the moment.
Yeah, well, and even let's say your mind is like going on this thing, like whether it's
I'm gonna go check on the mic.
Whether it's what you want, what you're wanting to do, post these things down below. Type these things down below. We'd love to see what the things that you're going through that you are wanting to find breakthrough in. But these are the things that like, if so this is how you can do it too. So sometimes our brains are like going, and it's like we can't seem to get out of that cycle of fear. What getting present can also mean, like, looking around. If you're engaging in your surroundings just in a very simple way, like looking around at the beauty around you, like suddenly, like, you start realizing, oh, okay, I'm fine here now. I'm okay right here, right now. Like, it's like in here it feels like turmoil, but like, look around you, like, notice what you have being around it. It's like this gratitude. It's like this coming out of this, like, imagination. Our imaginations are powerful because they create realities, and it's like, we get stuck in that. It's called a cycle. It's called a, it's called spiraling. And So I am just really excited to get to share this with you guys. Please personal message us if you have any questions, if you're interested in the Eden Intensive. We're going to put the link below, and if you click I want it now, it's actually going to bring you to the price options, so you can look at that. But we love you guys. We're really excited for you guys to even just to get to be in your worlds and in your lives. So we love you guys, and we will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye.